Dream Juice Chronicles.
Episode 1, baby.
Super
Cup still has some
Avengers
left in the
Doomsday,
tank.
big announcement.
Hockey was the most
That quarterback
skilled
leads the team,
sport.
right? So why not any other quarterback?
Ranch sucks.
Just got out of an opening night IMAX premiere of Thunderbolt.
I'm saying exactly Captain America.
Is that a fast food burger?
I'm not saying you would put tonight. I'm saying
Honestly.
no. Hey, I thought about
Welcome
it.
back to the Dream Juice Podcast, episode 13.
Marvel Endgame, you get your point.
If I haven't rewatched it once, why would I rewatch it?
You should know. So quit complaining and get back to like
Dream Juice
grind, bro.
June
Start doing
things
stuff.
birthday spectacular.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Dream Juice Podcast, episode 23. Me and Cade are a little bit spaced out for this episode, and you'll see why, because we have two special guests with us this time. And I know Cade said he wanted to do a little bit of an introduction, so do you want to lead us off?
Introduction, man. So I just want to get in here, man. I want to announce who our special guests are behind the camera right here. So first one coming in, we got Mason Galle coming in here, that Minnesota fan. Here he comes. You've seen him before. He's back once again. And you guys know about our special guest. We brought another one back. And can you guess it? Our first ever special guest of Dream Juice, Cammy B. There he is right there, the man right there. So here we are as a group, bigger group than what we've had recently. So I'm going to give this back to Josh, and he's kind of going to go through what we're doing.
So this is our 2025 college football preview episode, and we chose both these guests for a special reason. I mean, Galle was on for us for our NFL preview, so I had to have him back, and Cam was our first guest, and we actually did a little bit of NFL drafting, the episode he was on, so they both had a little bit of football stuff, and obviously all big college football fans, so this is a big episode for us, but it wouldn't be a college football episode if we didn't mention our other member of Dream Juice, Mace. Obviously, he's on a little bit of a break, hiatus. Yeah, a little bit of a hiatus from the Dream Juice, but that's literally because of college football. So shout out to Coach Mace, the OBU Bison. We all wish you the best season this year of 2025. And so this is our college football preview episode. We're going to be going over the newly released AP poll, the first top 25 of the year, talking about some of our favorite college football moments, making some predictions, win-loss, conference championships, college football playoff, and then we are going to do like a college game day style pick 'em. We've got a slate for the first couple weeks of college football, and so we're going to be picking our games right there. And so before we get into it, I've got one piece of news, and I had to do it because it is very heavily Dream Juice related. I think Cade might know what I'm talking about here. If you may or may not know, Dream Juice, the concept, the idea of that was heavily inspired by Mountain Dew Baja Blast. And I have to mention this because for the first time ever, Mountain Dew Baja Blast has released a new flavor as of today. Baja Midnight is in Taco Bell now, and so Dream Juice, we got to mention it because it's part of us.
New midnight episode.
And so yeah, me and Kate, you might be seeing a little purple version of Dream Juice of me and Kate coming here soon.
Yeah.
And so you got anything to say
About that?
Yeah.
I mean, so with that being, I think we're going to get creative. We're going to start doing some extra, I guess you could say, midnight episodes, and that's what it's going to be. It's going to be purple themed. We gotta shout out Baja Blast. You know what I'm saying? It's coming in. We're going to match it. You know, that's where we got our inspiration. That's where this name is came from. So we're going to match it. We're going to bring in some midnight episodes. So that's what I got to say about that.
Absolutely. Mountain Dew, Taco Bell, give us that sponsorship, please. But as far as college football goes, I kind of wanted to just like a little bit of an icebreaker, kind of open discussion. Just start us off, and we can go down the row here and talk about maybe some of your favorite seasons you've ever watched, or teams, or players, or just stuff that sticked out to you in the past, like just good memories of watching college football and anything that highlights with you from any of those. Anybody want to start? I know who you're going to
Yeah, y'all already know what I'm going to start with, right? Johnny Manziel, bro. Johnny Manziel is one of my favorite player ever, bro. Like that season, that dude had me locked into college football just for him. So that's got to be my number one. Another thing I want to point out is just, I mean, honorable mention to Bedlam being gone. like I feel like the more we drift away, the more I'm gonna miss them. Because bro, Bedlam games were live. Like I remember being at the one where, regardless of who wins, like OSU tearing down the field goals from winning, and then you got OU. I remember Baker launching it to Hollywood Brown. I went to 2 of those games. It's just those games were hype. So I think overall that like we're gonna start missing those the further we get from these Bedlams going away. And then other than that, I think the 2016 era with Baker, bro. You had Pat Mahomes, you had Deshaun Watson at Clemson. Just that's kind of the era of that I was like, dude, this is all over the place. You got a lot of ballers and QBs, so that's just a little touch to what in college football I like. So what you got?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think for me, probably like my first major like, I really like or love college football was 2013 Iron Bowl. Obviously the kick six, Auburn taking that back, just like the scope of what that meant at the time, like just how insane that stadium went, and like how college football, it seemed at that point, was just like on fire because of it. Like it was just insane. But I mean, aside from like that one moment, like the Tebow teams were like crazy to watch, and like going back even further, like Adrian Peterson was like kind of the first running back that I really liked. Obviously that was even before I moved here, and it was then like the immediate connection to like when I moved here. Then when he's up in Minnesota, it was like, oh, like I'm gonna be an OU fan then because of like AP. Obviously, I ended up going to OSU anyway, so it didn't really, But I'm not really an OU fan either. But either way, it was just like a cool, I don't know, full circle moment for me. But then I think probably like the moment wise would be like, yeah, that Iron Bowl was just crazy. Kind of my first introduction to like that type of college football. Right.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's kind of carry on what Kay was saying. The 2016 Baker, man. Baker Mayfield's my favorite football player ever. Like, I'm a Tampa Bay fan because of him.
I feel like a lot of people are.
Dude, I mean, I don't have an NFL team. I follow my Sooners, and I can't be a Cowboys fan. No. So good grief. But shout out CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
But dude, 2016 Baker. I mean, going into Ohio State, playing the flag. Yeah, that was 2016, right?
Yeah.
Am I getting my years mixed up?
That's another one right there.
Yeah, I mean, just hype, bro. Then Kansas trying to smack talk Baker, then Baker just dropping 50 on him. So, that, and then, the Texas Tech game with Pat Mahomes, they both threw for, 600 yards or something insane.
Everyone was turning on OU at that, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, that was, OU's, that was the teams.
Yeah.
And don't forget, though, 2019. What happened 2019? What happened to OU 2019?
Nobody cared about 2019.
Nah, I'm just saying. What was that, 7 touchdowns in one half?
That was crazy. Let's relax. But, see, another year. I'm just going to say with OU. I mean, Kyler Murray was fun to watch. It was hella fun to watch. Jalen Hurts was fun to watch. Can't forget Cam Newton's season at Auburn.
Sam Bradford.
I've already shouted out three OU players. Shout out Sam.
Lamar Jackson. That was one too.
Yeah, Louisville. Yeah. So, man. I mean, those are probably my favorites.
Yeah, they've really listed off a bunch of great ones. I mean, Tebow's always one of my favorite players of all time. Kick six, Adrian Peterson, everything. And then 2016 OU, I'll have to say my favorite Baker. Fortunate enough to get to go to that Rose Bowl. The best football game I've ever seen ever. Obviously, the outcome was not what I wanted, but unbelievable experience in Baker. And then just that whole that range of a couple years right there, like 2013 to 2016, 17, when the playoff first started. Like Kate said, Johnny Manziel. You had the Oregon teams with Mariota. You had Jameis Winston, Florida State. You had the really good TCU teams with Trevon Boykin that were in the mix like that. RG3, Andrew Luck, that whole era. Whenever I was in middle school, growing up, and that's what stuck with me. Everyone watching all the Tavon Austin highlight tapes and dude, it's just
NCAA on PlayStation.
And that's when before NCAA went away, and those were the best years of NCAA, like NCAA 13, 14, right before it ended, and so it was just what a great time. And I feel like especially with the 12-team playoff now, and you never know who's going to be on what team, and NCAA football back on video games and everything. I feel like we're prepped for a pretty good season this year. Yeah. And so that kind of highlights some of our favorite moments in the past, but it's now time to talk about the 2025 season. And like I mentioned earlier, the AP poll just came out, our first rankings of the year. And so I've got it pulled up here. I'm going to read it off, and if any of you have any comments along the way, feel free to drop those. Do you want me to start from the top or from 25 down?
Let's work our way to the top. Yeah, work our way to the top.
Work our way to the top? Okay. So, at number 25 opening season is Boise State. So, Probably fair to keep him in the rankings after they made it to the playoff last year.
Fair.
24 is Tennessee. Quite a big drop, but I feel like it's a little bit understandable losing their quarterback and everything. I don't know what to expect from them, but 24 is still kind of low to me.
Because you don't even know who's
Have they declared a starter for QB yet?
I don't know who their
There's a lot of
quarterback.
QB battles still. I feel that's in the top 25. So
So many of these top teams that you saw in the playoff, like all these like blue chip programs are having new quarterbacks start this year. Everybody lost their quarterback this year, it seems like, and so I'm like curious to see how they really play out with all these new guys. So Tennessee's at 24. Number 23, Texas Tech. After kind of an average season last year in the Big 12, they are.
Let's be real. They're just ranked because of all that NIL money.
Dude, Texas Tech's NIL is insane.
32 million?
Yeah. 32 is a lot.
It's something stupid.
Like they're paying that softball pitcher like over $1 million per
They
season.
got 5 stars who were going to commit to like Texas, and now they're switching to Texas Tech. Like,
Yeah, they had
that's not for money.
That's crazy. They had an offensive lineman commit this summer for the largest NIL deal ever. It's like $5.1 million over 3 years.
Golly, bro.
And so they got like Texas Tech money is crazy, and then you have Jerry Jones at the helm of that too, and so that's a lot of money there. But Texas Tech making an appearance at 23. I don't know how long that'll last, but who knows? Number 22, Iowa State. Iowa State was in the top 10 at one point last year, and they made the Big 12 championship, and so that's kind of respectable there. 21, Ole Miss. Figured to see them. They're a little bit low from where they were all of last year, but no more Jackson Dart. No more. Who they buy? Trey Harris.
Yeah, Trey Harris.
I
don't know. I feel like I lost. I don't know who else is on there. As soon as I thought about it, I was like, I don't know.
I think the defense was raised quite a bit too.
And so that'll be interesting to see for sure. Number 20, the most surprising playoff team in my opinion last year, Indiana. I'm wondering
that
who
was nuts. Yeah, that was a
return.
surprise,
So
man.
I'm curious to see how they do this year. That's interesting for sure. Number 19, Texas A&M. They'd be ranked. First time in a long time they're not ranked too high to start the season.
Probably still finish 8-4, but Marcel Reed, that's going to be a very interesting storyline there. It's just like
I think it comes down to Marcel Reed. I think they have the talent, but can Marcel Reed show up?
Yep. So A&M is at 19. At number 18, our Oklahoma Sooners. I'm happy. I'm happy we're ranked. I didn't think we'd be ranked. The coaches poll, we weren't, and so 18 is generous for sure. Yeah.
JP poll with 10s do, right? 9 or 10?
I feel like that's better than what it probably should have been, honestly, because I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like at the AP poll at the beginning of the year, you always like include certain teams regardless of how their record is. You do brands, and so you always see A&M, you always see Oklahoma, you always see Florida, Michigan, like regardless of how they're doing, and so that's interesting. Number 17, Kansas State. Another team that's at the top of the Big 12 every year. I like K-State a lot.
Week 0 they play Iowa State?
Yeah, first game of the year.
Is that the one in Ireland?
Yep, in Ireland.
That's going to be a good
K-State, Iowa State. That's a big rivalry, so that'll be a good one. At number 16, SMU, the almost ACC champions in their first year last year and make the playoffs.
I was hoping for them last year.
They almost beat Clemson in the ACC championship. They were so close, and then they just fell apart in the playoff against Penn State. They just not play very well. But I mean,
that was at Penn State.
Mm-hmm. So I'm curious to see how they do. They got their quarterback returning, I believe.
I remember his name. Number 7. Yeah. He was good, bro. He was good.
So that'll be interesting. So they're at 16. Number 15, Florida. That surprised me, but you got a full season now of DJ Lagway.
Yeah.
And he has a season under his belt.
Can he stay healthy?
Didn't that ruin their season last year? Him getting hurt?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they had Graham Mertz as a 6-year senior last year, and he kept getting hurt and tore his ACL.
That was
and so then
Georgia, right?
I can't remember what it was, and he came back and couldn't, and then.
Right.
I remember against Carson Beck. I was rooting against Carson Beck, bro. I was hoping that they beat him, and then he got injured. I was like,
full season of DJ Lagway. DJ Lagway probably solely has that 15 ranking for them.
If he can stay healthy, I got my hot take of the podcast.
Oh, yeah?
Texas is going to lose to Florida going into Florida.
Wow.
I got Florida beating them.
Wow.
What week is that?
Like 3. It's before the Red River Shootout, so.
Interesting.
Hey, there's a scenario where OU's 5-0 and Texas is 3-2, but
we're getting
We'll see.
We're gonna get in there.
So number 15, Florida. Number 14, Michigan. So they kind of had a down year somewhat after they won the Natty with Jim Harbaugh and everything. Just came out. I think as of this recording, tomorrow the NCAA is releasing all of their penalties and consequences for all the stuff that's been going on with them for the last couple of years. And
What's
so
that going to mean? Like, Sherrone Moore maybe
suspended
for a few
team's
games?
fine. Yeah, that's most likely what it's going to be like. Maybe 2 or 3 game suspension, maybe would be my guess. But we'll see.
I think that's
Michigan week 2.
I know. I think that's a good rating for them. I mean, they have an amazing defense, but I think they only go as far as Bryce Underwood can take them.
Yeah. Absolutely, that is true. True freshman quarterback, number 1 player in the country, Bryce Underwood.
They do got Justice Haynes from Bama too. Like they got some pieces there.
Yeah. So Bryce Underwood definitely will. I mean, like you said, they're going as far as he can take them.
That's college game day.
Freshman,
sure, bro. That's college game.
Freshman quarterback, first away game going into Norman. I mean, the dude's talented though. So
Don't sleep.
I'm not sleeping on him. He's a 5-star for a reason.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
dude's
we'll see.
got it.
That's gonna be interesting. Number 13, South Carolina. This is a team I'm really high on. Love Lenore Sellers. Love Coach Beamer. Like, dude, I'm excited to watch them. I thought they were. I mean, if they lost one less game, they definitely would have made the playoff. By the way they ended their season last year, it's one of those teams where the way they were playing at the end of the year, they could have beaten most teams and they deserved to make it, but because their record was like 1 loss too many, that's why like SMU or whoever got the last spot got in over them. Yeah. But I thought they should have made it last year, but they're definitely exciting to watch. Number 12, Illinois. That is, they've got the ball rolling a little bit, recruiting wise and everything, but that's like.
Seems a little high.
Did they finish ranked really last year?
I can't remember. I can't.
Oh, they beat South Carolina in the bowl game last year. That's when the 2 coaches got almost fought and they like ran across the field at each other and everything.
They did beat South Carolina.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe
So
they definitely finished ranked. I don't remember what.
And so that's number 12 is high for them.
That's high, bro.
Dude,
I wonder what their schedule is.
And so they've
Maybe
got
they stay
Big Ten schedule, so I mean it's going to be loaded with all those teams. But number 12, number 11, Arizona State, the Big 12 champs, and should have beaten Texas.
Should have, bro. That was one of the games.
I got them winning the Big 12 again.
I also early prediction, like Cam said, I've got Arizona State winning the Big 12. No Cam Scatabo.
No Scatabo, but they still got Sam Levitt.
But
they retained all of their talent.
Is back. Kenny Dillingham has proven to be a great coach for them, and I don't know why. They just make me want to believe in them for some reason that they'll just get it done. And
no doubt.
They're a really fun team to watch. I'm still gonna have fun watching them even without Scatabo, but like I'm excited to see what they do.
They got screwed in that Texas game.
Oh, bad. That
totally wasn't one-sided, but that's
moving into the top 10 at number 10, Miami. You got to rank them high, regardless.
Man, get out of here, man.
Carson Beck is not in.
I hope they get clapped the whole season.
Going from Cam Ward to Carson Beck now.
Dude, that's the worst, bro. Carson Beck, man. Dude, he was probably the number 1 person I was rooting against the whole season.
Looks like Sid this long.
Yeah, he does.
He do. But hey,
I was like watching. We was watching Georgia and Alabama. I was like, bro, pick. I was betting pick every drive because he was just throwing.
But he wasn't getting any help though from his receive. Like the most drops like ever out of a receiving.
It was
core.
bad.
Like,
I don't know. I'm not very high on Carson Beck, but
I don't know. I mean, I don't think.
I don't know how good Miami's going to be.
I mean, their offensive line is nice though, so I mean.
Yeah, we'll see.
I like to pay attention to how much they get paid too. Because if it's a lot, then it's also like.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how they do. I mean, I feel like Miami in recent years has been one of those. Oh wait, they're 6-0. Oh wait, they're 7-0, and then all of a sudden they're in the top 4, and then they crash and burn. Yeah, so we'll see. Number 9, LSU. I think they're primed for a huge year this year, in my opinion. And so Nussmeier decided to come back, potential top quarterback of next year's draft class. And so, I mean, it's
Did y'all hear those
win or
rumors
bust.
about him getting injured? It was like a false.
No, I didn't hear.
It was like all on social media. It was a false thing saying Garrett. How do you say his last name?
Nussmeier.
Yeah, got hurt. I was like, "There's no way that's true."
Dude, these people.
It got.
It's that couple weeks span of the year where people have nothing better to do and there's no games on yet, and so people just dig and dig and dig for everything and come up with the craziest stories. I know Kay said about John Mateer and the Venmo transaction thing that's been going on, but it's crazy.
Who's
But
got the time to do that?
Texas fans, because it first came out about Arch Manning, and so if it happens to Texas fans, what are they going to do? Try to find something on OU, and so that's
Now he's got a dope nickname though.
2022, bro. Like
dude,
they were scrolling.
Dude, yeah, it's crazy.
Money line Mateer now.
So LSU's at number 9. At number 8, Alabama. I think that's fair for them. I mean, Alabama is Alabama regardless of who's coaching their roster or whatever. But I mean, I feel like they got year 1 with DeBoer under their belt. And they did fairly well with them, and so I'll see. I think they just named their starting quarterback. Yep, And so that'll be interesting. No Milrow or anything, but they got a bunch of people back.
See
so
if Ryan Williams shows out again. Is he going to be a star again? Is he going to slump?
I bet he'll be a star.
I think he'll be a star.
Yeah. All right, Alabama 8. Number 7, Oregon, the number 1 team all of last year, undefeated until they faced Ohio State and got absolutely destroyed in the playoff. So no more Dylan Gabriel. They lost a lot of talent, but Oregon rebuilds better than anybody with recruiting, and so
they did suffer some injuries though.
Yeah.
So I think that will affect their ranking.
That'll be interesting. The Big Ten is so much more interesting now with Oregon and USC and all them playing Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State. Like it's so you think you're like, oh, who's winning the Big Ten? Oh, Ohio State, Penn State, but then you're like, oh wait, Oregon plays in this conference too, and so you have to factor them also. So that Oregon's at number 7. Number 6, Notre Dame. Got to put them in the top 10 like they do every year, but they did. But they did lose in the national championship. They made it all the way last year and lost.
I mean,
they were close, somewhat cleat too. They had a great run, better than what they had in the past, and so lost. Who I forgot the name of their quarterback. Leonard. Yeah, Riley Leonard. And so no more Riley Leonard. And so I'll see. But they still got Jeremiah Love coming back. One of the best, if not the best, running back in the country. And so it'll be interesting to see. Into the top 5. Number 5, Georgia. We all knew they'd be there somewhere.
They've been kind of the new Bama recently.
Yeah.
Their defense is going to be nuts this year.
They've been the new Bama.
But losing Carson Beck. But I mean, so
I guess
that's been their multi-year starter.
Question mark.
And so that's interesting. Number 4, Clemson. Another team you're always going to start with. You've got what? Is this year 3 or 4, Klubnik now? Final year, and so I mean he's at the top of the Heisman odds. It's his year now for Clemson, and so we'll see how they turn out.
My name, but like, you know what I'm saying?
Number 3, Ohio State. Ohio State at number 3.
Jeremiah, man.
The reigning national champions.
Jeremiah's crazy, man.
There's just a lot of questions on the quarterback side, like Julian saying, like, what is he?
Hey, just throw it up.
Probably just throw it up. I mean, and then you probably got the best defensive player in the league or in the country with Caleb Downs anyway on the other side. Like so they've got no reason not be incredible.
Yeah. But it's a little bit of question marks because number 2 they put Penn State. Would you put Penn State over Ohio State?
Who was their quarterback?
Drew Aller. He came back. So Drew Aller came back.
Who's solid, but like they've got the 2-headed monster at running back.
Both of them came back. Singleton.
Katron Allen and Singleton.
The number 2, sitting at 2.
And then they've just got a roster that is really good, but they've been here before. Like they've been good often.
Just got to get over the hump.
They got to get over the hump, and I just don't know.
It's just very interesting putting them at 2.
It feels weird having them at 2.
It is weird.
Putting them over Ohio State. I mean, I feel like I would have put Ohio State, Clemson, Georgia over them. Probably put Penn State at like 5. But I mean, we'll see. And then at number 1, Texas, the number 1 team. I know we said. Yeah, I know we said, I think
Clemson should be 1.
It's
it was all
Arch Manning's year, and so we'll see. I mean, he got a couple starts when Ewers was hurt last year, but it was a couple starts against like UL Monroe and Kansas or whatever.
Should we bring up the Georgia game when he played?
So
it was a disaster.
Yeah. All right. So go ahead. So Arch, I mean, highest expectations for a quarterback in a very, very long time from the jump, and so it's his time now. So. We'll see.
I feel bad for the kid because if he doesn't live up to the hype, he's just gonna get slandered. But like
that's another reason why I'm also kind of like.
Yeah, but they have the talent, like receiver room, running backs. What you got? CJ Baxter at running back, dude's a stud.
Yeah.
Defense is nuts. Like they have all the weapons.
Yeah, I'm saying if you got that name, like that's a big name, bro. Like when you got that as a quarterback at Texas, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sleep for a second on him. So
yeah.
I mean,
we've seen him. He's good. Like
he's definitely good. I'm just saying, like it's gonna be interesting, bro.
Well, we'll find out week 1. What he's made of, and so like that's on the road versus Ohio State.
Yeah. When Josh Pate went on the Oklahoma breakdown, he was talking about Arch Manning's getting the type of hype that like Manziel and Tebow had. What am I trying to say here? But Manziel and Tebow already proved it. And he's getting that same type of hype without proving nothing.
It's just all the name, man. You got Manning on the back of his jersey, bro.
Maybe the kid is it. If he goes out and throws 400 yards against Ohio State like this, mother effer is him.
Yes.
But
and so
It'll be fun. I love that we have a huge name coming in here like that.
I also think it's kind of crazy that game's being played at 11 a.m. They couldn't even the big noon kickoff game. I know they couldn't get.
Bro.
It's crazy, man. But that is the top 25 to start season. The rankings are going to change like crazy, and then it'll all go out the window when the college football playoff rankings come out. But that is the first top 25 of the year, and so now. You can see we're kind of decked out in OU gear and Minnesota as well. And so we're each kind of look at our teams a little bit and kind of go through the season and maybe give a little bit of record predictions. How do you think your team is going to do this year? And I think some of us will be doing OU. You can do whatever team.
I'm doing OU too.
Okay. And so, okay.
I got money.
Yeah. And so we'll see what our season predictions are for how Oklahoma is going to be doing this year, which is their second year in the SEC, coming off 6 and 7 year, and one of the hardest schedules in the country this season. And so we'll see, but a rebuilt offense. And so,
I'll start, man. We're gonna start with OU schedule, bro. And just to start this out, bro, I mean, yeah, I hope I'm wrong, but like. I'm just going to run down. I'm just going to be realistic on it because I got to bet with the bro over here. He's got high expectations.
I do not.
High.
Yours.
So I'm going to start off, week 1, Illinois State. I got a dub. That's obviously. Michigan, I put an L, bro. I think.
Your freshman quarterback, bro.
I don't know. I put L, bro. That's my hot take of the schedule right there. I mean, Temple, dub. Auburn, dub. Kent State, dub. The rest of the schedule: Texas, South Carolina, Ole Miss, Tennessee, Bama, Missouri, LSU, all L's, bro. I don't see it. This is the hardest. Four dub. Bro, I'm being realistic, dude.
So 4 and 8.
That's realistic, bro.
4 and 8.
Dude, this is like, what is it? Number 2? Is it the first or the second hardest schedule? It's the hard, bro. It's gonna be tough. And bro, another thing you gotta realize: go back to last season. Jackson Arnold. Yo, like, oh, Jackson, bro, we can't get too hype about it. Like, we gotta. That's just my prediction. Like I said, I hope I'm wrong. But Mateer don't know SEC, bro. He gonna come in. Like, you gotta.
He threw the most touchdowns last year.
He was Washington State, bro. Just we gotta watch.
He can still ball.
I know. I'm not doubting on him. I think he'll do something.
Cam Ward went to Miami, balled out.
Yeah, but that's also. But I'm saying we'll see. We'll see. The defense also OU's defense. That's going to be the huge thing about there. It's all about the offense and how the offense does. It's going to be how the offense does.
What's your record prediction?
What is that? 4
4 and 8.
4 and 8. Yeah, 4 and 8.
Okay.
Just going to go with that. And we have a bet, so I got to stand on that.
Right.
And yeah, I guess we're going to pass it to you.
So I'm going 7 and 5, which isn't insane. I think Illinois State, Michigan, Temple, Auburn, Kent State. I think they go into Red River 5-0. I could see them winning that because of the rivalry, because of the stakes. Because I think records reset in those rivalry games. So, but I do think they lose. I think they lose against South Carolina. I think we just already went over. I think I think they're going to have a crazy year. I think they beat Ole Miss. I think they lose to Tennessee, lose to Bama. And I think Ole Miss and Tennessee could be interchangeable. Like, I feel like they'll win one of those two, lose one of them. I don't know which. I think they're at Tennessee. I'll go ahead and say I think that's the loss. But I don't think Ole Miss or Tennessee is obviously who they were last year in any capacity. I think OU is a better team this year than those two programs. I think a loss at Alabama or against Alabama. I don't know if it's home or away. I think beating Missouri. My record kind of hinges on that. I think they win against Missouri, which I think they'll be pretty good again. But it's just hard to know with them. Last year, they're such frauds, but at the same time, they have a good schedule again, so they could be good again. No, they're not. No, and I think that's right. But they could be a pretty good record going into that game. Maybe even a couple losses only, like one loss maybe. And then I think they lose LSU. I think LSU is going to have a great year. But so yeah, 7 and 5. If that holds, I win my money. And against Farquhar, I win my money against Farquhar too. Both Farquhars. I'm taking both Farquhar money this season.
All right. I'm a little more optimistic than both of y'all. Then again, I was last year.
They win every game.
Nah, that's crazy. If they did, that'd be one of the craziest underdog stories of all time.
Go game by game.
All right, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Thanks.
Well, he didn't.
All right, Illinois State, dub. Michigan, I think we win that. I think Venables, one of the best defensive minds in the country, is going to have something cooked for Bryce Underwood. He's not going to handle the pressure. We got a crazy rotation of defensive line. Secondary is slept on. I think we cook. I mean, Michigan's defense is going to carry them that game. So, I mean, if Michigan gets offense rolling, then maybe they do this, but we'll see. It's in Norman. So, Temple, that's a dub. Auburn, I don't know if y'all heard Jackson Arnold is struggling in camp. No surprise there.
It's in
Poor
Norman.
guy.
In Norman, though. They're gonna.
I feel bad for the guy. I think OU ruined him. the co-OCs ruined that man's confidence. But so I think we win that. Kent State's a dub. Texas, like Galle said, I mean it's a toss-up every year. I think we get our lick back this year.
Oh,
Texas can't beat a healthy OU team. That's why I stand on that.
you got OU winning Texas.
I mean, what, the past 2 times they blew us out? I'm sorry. Freaking hospital team.
So walking out of Red River, then that's 6-0.
Yeah, 6-0. But I think you lose to South Carolina.
Okay.
I think you lose to South Carolina. In South Carolina, Lenore Sellers, like y'all said. Ole Miss, I think, is a dub. I think Tennessee's regressing this year. I think that's another dub. I think we lose to Bama, we beat Missouri, and we lose to LSU.
Okay.
So I think 9-3.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's a playoff team. I think with our schedule, 9-3, I think we get playoffs.
Texas, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm a little more optimistic.
All right. So that's not bad. We're kind of going from worst to best here, but as of right now, but I'm probably gonna put an end to that.
Are you a fan of your team if you're not having unrealistic expectations?
Like I said, mine's like realistic.
Yeah, and so it's we'll see.
What if it happens though?
Then you're right.
Then what do you call me?
You're a real fan.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to save y'all some tears. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trust me, it can't get worse. I guess it can't get
Hey,
worse than last
expect
year.
disappointment. You'll never get disappointed. Yeah, you like that right there, bringing that marble back in the podcast. Gotta do it.
Well, these guys have all kind of spoken on OU and kind of how the general fans are feeling and everything, and so I mean, I'm kind of the same way. I'm a little bit back and forth. I mean, I've spent 4 years inside that facility, inside that stadium with those guys. And so it wants me to believe in them a little bit more, even though the roster is a little bit different from when I was there. I know the entire staff. I know all of them. So, but we'll see. I think they go into Texas 5-0. I think they beat Michigan. And so they beat Illinois State, Michigan, Temple, Auburn, Kent State. I can't pick them to lose Texas. That's just something you don't do as an OU fan. You don't ever, regardless of how the matchup is, you always pick OU. Like that's how it is. I mean, sorry, Kate. I mean, that's how it is. You don't pick Texas to win. And so I think they go 6-0. And then I think they lose to South Carolina. I mean, they got blown out versus South Carolina at home last year. Obviously, the roster is very different. But going to South Carolina this year, when South Carolina is probably going to be rolling at that point in the year, it's going to be real tough. So I think they lose that. I think Ole Miss and Tennessee, I don't know who said it, but I think those are kind of the swing games, back and forth, could go either way. I think they beat Ole Miss. I think they lose to Tennessee. It's at Tennessee. That's one of the hardest places to play, no matter how good they are. And I think they'll be decent. I think they regress, but they'll be decent. So I think they lose to Tennessee. At Alabama, I think they lose that, so they're sitting at 7-3. I think they beat Missouri, and then I think they lose to LSU in the finale and go 8-4. And so I think any playoff hopes hinge on how that last game versus LSU will go. It'll be like last game of the season almost for them, and so I don't know if they pull it out versus LSU. So I think 8-4.
So ours is basically the same.
Yeah,
except
very similar.
River winning.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
Cam's had higher wins than you.
Yeah,
I think
he went 9-3.
the floor this year, I think, is 7-5.
I think they definitely improve from last year, playing a year in the SEC under their belt and a better offense.
I mean, this is the make or break year for Venables. If Venables
It is.
doesn't perform, he's out.
Mateer, Arbuckle, Jaden Knott, you got Giovanni Gibson, right? Wide receiver, like
Deion Burks.
defensive players, interior line. Like, it's just, they cannot, if they're bad again, then it's like, do you have to just restart the program? Like, at that point, like, I don't even know what you do.
Yeah,
Like,
it's tough.
I'm going off of last year. I predicted OU's whole schedule, and the only thing I was wrong about was Bama losing to them. That was the one thing I was wrong.
crazy.
I would have perfectly guessed their whole schedule, and no one expected that.
Yeah.
So that's just me saying, and it's just like, and everyone had high predictions for their season again. So I just feel like it could happen again. I'm just gonna go with my gut.
I think if you look at it like this, like our defense last year was top tier too. I mean, but you can only teams are going to score, especially in the SEC. And when you're turning the ball over, when you have no offense whatsoever, I think it was, what was it, like, out of 130 teams, it was like 125th, like terrible. You're not going to win football games. So I think with you bring in one of the best OCs in the country at Washington State, who developed Cam Ward, first round NFL pick, John Mateer was a backup to Cam Ward. They both threw 44 touchdowns last year. John Mateer ran for 1,000 yards. You got one of the best running backs in the country. Jay Knox 2 years ago ran 1,300 yards?
Something like that. I can't remember.
You know what? Well, when you go back to
plus, if you stay healthy, I mean,
Jackson Arnold.
Like our top 5 receivers out all year.
OU ruined Jackson Arnold, bro. They did because you remember what game was that? When he played Bama, bro. He needs to run. They didn't have him running like at all. He wasn't running. I feel like he was running.
I mean, he didn't play versus Bama.
Huh?
He didn't play versus Bama, did he? Arnold? Was it? Are you talking about the Tennessee game? Are you talking about the Tennessee game early in the season? That was the first game that Hawkins subbed in at the end.
And he was like running a lot. I was like, bro, he needs to run more. You know what I mean? So that's just how I feel. Especially with Mateer, I'm just like, you got to run. It's the same thing they say about Lamar in the NFL. Like, bro, you can run.
Have you watched John Mateer highlights?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm saying like you're talking about OU ruining Arnold.
Yeah, I mean, I think we killed his confidence. I mean, the Seth Littrell hire was a disaster.
We'll see.
I mean, Venables was trying to win with the power of friendship, and it didn't work.
So that's our OU predictions, and we'll come back to that postseason to see how.
Are we gonna do a
it went.
midseason check-in like a couple
We
times?
can. We might. Yeah, we might do a midseason check-in and stuff. Yeah, we might do post Red River, and then we're doing pick'ems every week, and so check in to see how it does.
I have to give my apologies to you guys if that is, but then I'm gonna be asking for apologies.
Money, you're making me my money. Their apologies.
You want your $10? The $10 I'm gonna get.
So next up, we just went over our team's season prediction, but now it's somewhat of a Heisman prediction. I mean, these things are a toss-up, just like the AP poll. You don't know who really is going to blow up. And so this is kind of half Heisman prediction, half who do you think is going to have a breakout year? Who are you really excited to watch? Anybody in the country? So does anybody want to lead us off? Give a couple players, talk about who you want to watch.
I'll tell you what I'm gonna say. I gotta write it down. All right, bro. If Jeremiah Smith, bro, if he does what he does, it's gonna be him. It's gonna be him. Yeah, I mean, it has to. If he does what he does again, it has to be him.
Yeah. But when was the last one before Devontae? I don't
Derrick Henry.
Still, but Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah, he did. I'm talking about like receiver though, not Bama.
But dude, what Jeremiah was doing at Oregon, bro, like, golly, he's probably. I feel like I really can easily he's gonna be the star again. Same thing what we were saying about Ryan Williams, and that's who I gotta say next. Like that could be a chance. He's not much sure. I think Jeremiah could put more trust into him balling out more than Ryan Williams. We'll see where that goes. That's another one, and then. If Arch does what his name says on his back, then yeah. And then last one, Cade Klubnik. I think that's might be the one that I would like to see. I would like to see Cade Klubnik to keep balling out, and I'd like to see him do it. But other than that, the other three were just ones that are going to be up there. So those are the four I got right there.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, obviously Jeremiah Smith, you have to put him in any sort of Heisman conversation, I think. Just sensational. Also, Arch Manning, again, it's just an unknown, but the name, the brand, have to put him in. I mean, I think he's the betting favorite anyway. Or he's up there at least. He's top 3 or 4.
One of the most favorite, yeah.
And then Lenoris, we talked about him already. I think he's just going to be insane. Garrett Nussmeier as well. Okay. I mean, I feel like there's just a couple different ways that LSU could go here, and I think one of them could be national championship, could be Nussmeier winning Heisman. They could be great. I don't know. We'll see. I'm so excited for Clemson LSU. That could be a playoff preview. It could be a championship preview. Who knows? And then Cade Klubnik as well. Yeah, I think he's just primed to have a tremendous year too. I feel like I don't think it would happen because of how they even are structured as an offense. But Drew Aller could, depending on the type of if he really steps into that role as being the leader and taking over in the Big Ten, he puts together a couple of those wins and puts them in a position late in season to be still the number 1 or number 2 team. He's gonna get votes. So I don't know about that, but I mean, if he has a good year, I think he'll be considered for sure. But.
Yeah, I think Jeremiah Smith is definitely a favorite. You have to say him. I mean, I'm obviously gonna say John Mateer. I mean, bro, John Moneyline Mateer.
If he does what you're thinking he could do, that would be Heisman contention. If they're 10-2,
yeah, I mean,
it's really
you look at what he.
It's just
You look at what he did last year. Granted, it was against Pac-12 teams. I mean, but that you can't say that doesn't transition to the SEC. I mean, he has better weapons. Same OC. I mean, he knows what he's calling. So, I mean, I think he's definitely up there. Pains me to say it, but I guess Arch Manning, because of Vegas is never wrong. But he hasn't proven anything.
Y'all said don't bet on Texas.
You bet on Texas?
You bet on Texas.
I mean, I'm betting on. I mean, I'm just talking
player,
about
not the
Vegas.
team.
I'm talking about Vegas. But then, all that aside, I know I'm saying John Mateer, although I do think he's going to win, but Kate Klubnik for sure. Yeah. I mean, Clemson. I think Clemson should be one this season in the AP poll, and they have all the weapons to do it.
I think Klubnik should be one everyone's happy with, like, what it gets settled with. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, first and foremost, I do have to mention John Mateer also, just because it's my team, it's the quarterback, and there's a lot of hype around it. So I don't want to say necessarily Heisman prediction right now, but definitely somebody I'm excited to see perform and could very well get into those rankings almost. But I think Arch Manning's another one of those, just because I absolutely despise Texas, but like now that he's in the moment now, like this is his team now, like
it's must watch.
It is must watch. And so even though I'm going to be rooting against him every game, like that's like you got to see what's up. You obviously got guys like Cade Klubnik, Jeremiah Smith, all this, and then I'm ride or die with Lenore Sellers this year. I think South Carolina, so much fun to watch at the end of last year. Lenore's was too, and so definitely riding with those guys for sure. So transitioning from players to teams now. Early, preseason predictions mean nothing, but we're doing a lot of different ones this year. But conference champs, college football playoff. They restructured the playoff again this year to where it's not the top 4 conference champs that get the buys. Those top 5 conference champs will automatically get in, but the top 4 teams will be getting the ones who get the buys. You won't have a number 4 Arizona State who's actually ranked number 7 or whatever, and Texas has to play in the first round or whatever. It's the 4 true best teams, but that conference champion still gets a bid in there. And so I'll start it off this time. So I went with the just the Power 4 conferences. I did my conference champs that way. SEC starting out. Hot take or not, I don't know. I don't have Georgia. I don't have Bama. I don't have Texas. I have LSU winning the SEC this year. I like I said, ride or die with LSU this year. I think they're having a big year, potentially national championship implications. I think out of nowhere, LSU makes the names for themselves again, returns to that Orgeron, Joe Burrow days, and gets back at the peak. And so LSU wins the SEC. Big Ten, I have Ohio State repeating. I don't see anybody else making a huge jump or staying consistently good as they were last year other than Ohio State. I don't know if Oregon will. I don't think Penn State will. USC, Michigan, all them. I think Ohio State will win it. Maybe competitive, but Ohio State. Big 12, I have Arizona State repeating. You could say Kansas State as another one, I think. But Arizona State, like I said, I don't know what it is about them, but I just believe in them for some reason. And they've got a lot of pieces returning. They have a great coaching staff, and I think they're going to be really good again. In the ACC, Clemson, I don't think it'll be close. ACC is not good. Florida State may improve, not into conference champ contention. It'll be Clemson and SMU again, I think. And it'll be Clemson's going to win that much easier than they did last year, I think. And so that's my conference champs. And so for the playoff, I had a hard time because I didn't really want to seed them 1 through 12. And so I kind of just listed them. But I think you have those 4 teams, LSU, Ohio State, Arizona State, Clemson. I think Boise is the group of 5 team that gets in again. That is as much of a toss-up as any for a preseason prediction, who the group of 5 team that's going to be really good is. It could be Boise, it could be Tulane, it could be anybody. So I have those 5 teams, and then I have Georgia, Penn State, Texas, Oregon, Notre Dame, Bama, and Kansas State all making the playoff. I think Kansas State will be a second Big 12 team into it, much like Indiana was that second or third Big Ten team to make it. There's a wild card team from the Power 4 that gets in. I think Kansas State's going to do that.
So who'd you say?
So running down the list, I did say Notre Dame. Notre Dame make it. So my final list is Ohio State, LSU, Clemson, Georgia, Penn State, Arizona State, Texas, Oregon, Notre Dame, Bama, Kansas State, Boise State. That's my 12 preseason.
Okay.
Anybody else want to go next?
Go ahead.
I didn't make a list, but I'll just. I mean, it's not gonna be far off from yours. Winners of the conference, I think Ohio State repeats. Who they play in that championship game? Probably
You said
Oregon.
Ohio State wins that again.
I didn't say that.
No.
I didn't say conference.
Oh, I thought you said.
I didn't say natty.
I thought you repeat.
That's crazy.
I mean, maybe.
That's not
but-
crazy.
I mean, that's not crazy.
I mean, maybe that's a different thing.
I forgot they got that wide receiver there who's a stud. So Big Ten, Ohio State. We're doing a thing at work. You pick like the best Big 12 team and then the worst.
This guy. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Should we put him on the screen?
Yeah, put him on, bro.
Put up.
Put this dude on.
Mace Freeze.
Let's go,
Team Juice Podcast.
What's up?
What's good?
What's up?
Special guest. Right in the middle of it, man.
Bro,
Yeah, right in the middle.
I figured, Cam, you look good, bro. They sent me a Snapchat, and your arm looked like strong, bro.
I appreciate it.
Bro, we just got done going through the OU picks. We're going through conference champions.
Who's your conference champ, bro?
Hey, you're on the screen, bro. Give us a. You want to give us your OU schedule real quick?
My OU schedule.
Yeah.
Or at least win-loss. Like
Your win-loss. You want to give us OU schedule prediction? Or you're on TV?
Oh. Is that the pick'ems?
It's not.
No,
Pick'ems, it's
we're
OU
not at
schedule.
Pick'ems yet.
Oh, yeah. Let me pull it up.
Pull up OU schedule and give us the win-loss prediction.
All right. Who's going right now?
We already finished that. You're up. We just want to get you on something.
Okay. All right. OU is not winning a lot of games right now. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's crazy.
Love them boys, but they're gonna win against Illinois State. They're gonna lose against Michigan. They'll beat Temple. They'll lose against Auburn. They'll win Kent State. Lose against Texas. Lose against South Carolina. Lose against Ole Miss. Lose against Tennessee. Lose against Alabama. Lose against Missouri. Lose against LSU.
Bro,
I told him. I was trying to tell
you
him,
got
bro.
3 wins?
That's not far, car brain.
It's like
That's
3
bad.
On the wall is Auburn. The only one they have a chance at.
Are you?
I told him my hot take was Michigan. I said they beat Auburn, and then Michigan. You have less than me, but I said Michigan.
I mean, I want them to do good. Don't get me wrong.
I said the same thing, bro. I told him I'm trying to be realistic. You know what I told him? I gave him a Marvel
What?
quote. I said, "Expect the disappointment. You'll never be disappointed."
What's that from, Marvel Man?
That's on the way home, dog. All right, now let's go finish.
All right, bet. Appreciate it.
All right, man.
Bye, bro.
Dream Juice out.
He's stupid for that.
And shout out Mason, man.
Far part, bro.
Nah, don't shout out Mace, dude. Terrible prediction.
Y'all can take it easy on me. This was
Yeah, yours is way better, bro.
Yeah, that was crazy.
This is way better.
I was saying. Yeah, Ohio State winning Big 10. Big 12. We're doing a thing at work where you pick the number 1 seed in the Big 12 and then the worst seed in the Big 12. And then the closer you are to the middle is like the least points you get. So if you get your 1 and 16 right, you get the most points. But I got Arizona repeating. Although I think Baylor and Texas Tech are both sleepers.
I think Texas Tech is a sleeper, simply like we were saying earlier, the money they can bring in. And so, I mean, I think they're a
That's
sleeper.
just insane. Like,
Yeah.
You never know who's
you don't
going to
know.
do good.
Who do you have
No
at,
idea.
at 16?
UCF.
Okay.
Shout out UCF.
That would be safe. But yeah, I mean,
Shout out UCF.
They got why am I blanking on his name right now? This is the defensive coordinator. They got Alex. They got Alex Grinch as your defensive coordinator. Nobody's gonna be sacking quarterbacks. What's the other conference? ACC, yeah, Clemson. The SEC, I think it's between Bama and LSU, and I think I'm leaning LSU. So I mean, yeah, I hate to pick the same picks, but I mean they're all realistic. But I mean, Bama's gonna be good too, though. So we'll see. What was after that? The playoffs. I don't know the seeding or how it works. Like which conferences get in? Was it 2 Big 12, 3 Big 10?
No, it's not like that. It's just the
five.
best, the five
okay.
high. That's the 5 conference champs, and then the next 7 highest ranked teams, and so it
Okay.
can be anybody.
Okay, I guess
So whoever you didn't name, what teams?
I'm gonna go off the dome. I think you got Texas, you got Georgia, you got Bama, you got LSU. Well, give me South Carolina, Clemson, Penn State, Notre Dame. I don't know what am I at, 9, 8?
Yeah, around there.
Did I say Ohio State?
Yeah, you have.
I'm blanking. This Oklahoma's gonna be in it.
I didn't do a playoff seeding, but the conference champs, I think Ohio State in the Big Ten, for the same reasons. I think they're just. I believe you when you say Penn State's going to be good. Like talking about them, I feel like they will be good, but are they going to be able to get over that hump finally? I don't know. I'm not going to bet on it. The SEC, I got Georgia. I don't bet against Georgia. I just never do. I don't know. I like Georgia every year. Shout out Davis. I think I just think they're just consistent. Like Kirby is probably the best coach in the country still. Like, I don't know. I just don't bet against him. I think anything can happen in the SEC. I think it's just an insane conference as well. It's just so stacked. But I think they win. I mean, kind of the same thing as last year. Like, I don't think they were the best team, but they were just better than everyone. Like they just
Texas twice.
Exactly. They still won it. Like,
Crazy work.
ACC, I got Clemson. I think they'll be great. Who knows? There's some fun teams, I think. Like, I think UNC is going to be an interesting look.
Yeah,
they're not going to be anything playoff related, I don't think, but there's storylines there that's exciting. Same thing with SMU. Same thing with Georgia Tech. I think there's some fun storylines, but I don't think Miami, obviously, could do something. Maybe. I think Clemson's a safe bet on that. Big 12, who knows? It's the most insane conference. It's so exciting.
It could be this past year. Yeah. I think Arizona State was predicted last.
They were.
They were.
They were first.
Which, I mean.
And BYU was another one. They were actually decent.
But you can rattle up. I mean, Utah is going to be better this year. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got BYU, you got Kansas State.
Now that OU and OSU and Texas
Tech, Kansas State, Kansas, Arizona State, Iowa State, TCU. Like, I mean, you could just keep going on and on. I have no idea. I think Kansas State. I just think they just bring back a lot.
Kansas State's always the safest pick in the Big 12, no matter
what. Yeah, I think so. I mean, they just. I don't know. That one's I said I don't know after Kansas State. I think it's just all over the place. But I'd bet Kansas State, I think. Gun to my head, I say that.
What, you done?
I'm done.
Oh, that was a weird finish right there. Anyways.
No playoff.
I didn't get into it either because honestly, I feel like it's so scattered everywhere. I don't know what's going to happen. You had teams like Indiana that were like in it, and you're like, what the heck? I remember watching Notre Dame and Indiana with the new 12-team college playoff game, and I'm like, Kate was like, what even is on right now? I'm like, this is playoffs right now, but it's like Indiana. It's like, bro, it's crazy to think that Indiana was being in it. With what you're saying about Georgia, I'm feeling that about Ohio State. I put a lot on Jeremiah Smith, bro. I think he's just. I mean, he was my first, kind of mention for the Heisman. I think he'll carry a lot for that team. Ohio State and Georgia, it's my number 2. They're going to be up there. Yeah. As far as Bama, that's iffy. I kind of leaning on what you guys said about LSU being in there more. I think that'll be a great game right there, being in that. And then as far as, dude, I don't know. I think Penn State's going to drop a lot, obviously, because we talked about that too. Clemson, K. Klubniks, bro. I'm honestly rooting for that. I like that. I like what's going on right there. Yeah. I think that team. I think they'll be up there too. South Carolina, another one.
What about Big 12? Who you got winning that?
Big 12, dude.
So
K State. What you said, man. What's QB's name, bro? Long curly hair. I don't even know his name.
Avery Johnson.
Bro, yeah, he's not bad, bro. He's not bad at all, bro.
So Big 10, you got Ohio State. SEC, who do you got for winning the SEC? Georgia? Who'd you say? LSU?
I probably have to do you, bro. Georgia. I can't bet against Georgia, bro. You can't do that.
ACC, you got Clemson. And
Clemson.
Big 12, you got K-State.
K-State. Kane State. That's about it right there. I mean, I feel like Big 12 is going to be that. I do love seeing those random teams like Indiana. And I would love to see BYU coming up there. Like, I remember staying up, those games that are like 9 p.m. Yeah. Those are probably one of my favorite games, bro. Colorado playing at 9 p.m. Like, the 9 p.m. games are like, those are my fun. Because they last till like 1 a.m. And you're still up. You're like, dude, I love that, bro. Dude. So good. But those were I remember BYU and who were they playing? I just remember watching, BYU had a lot of 9 p.m. games. And then same with Colorado. I just like those games. They last till 1 a.m. So
I bet.
BYU Utah is always fun.
Yeah.
The Holy War, like it's just.
So that'll wrap up kind of our conference predictions, any playoff implications, just kind of teams to look out for, who we think are going to repeat, who's going to make it to the top. But now we're doing a little bit of a college game day style pick 'em. And so what we're going to be doing at Dream Juice, we will be doing this week in, week out with the football games. And then when the NFL starts, we'll add some NFL games to the slate as well. And we'll be keeping a tally of our records throughout the whole season. We'll be having guest pickers like we do. And so we'll see how that goes with us. And so Mason was on the screen a little bit earlier, but I do have Mason's picks because he did make it. And so I will go down the line and read our slate, and we'll all make the picks for that.
Mason's first?
No, I'll do Mason's with each game. And we will, when I announce the game and it's your turn, it can be as simple as you just pick them if you have some things to say.
Is that what we're doing it? You're saying
Yeah.
the game and we're going to pick
Yeah, it's just like college game day. So if you have something to say along with your pick, go for it. If it's as simple as just like, yeah, if it's as like if it's as simple as you just picking them, just go for it. But if you have some things to say as well, then go for it. So first off on our slate, the first game of the year, a week 0 game coming this, as of the episode dropping, coming this week, Saturday in Ireland. Number 22, Iowa State at number 17, Kansas State. This is a big rivalry, Farmageddon. But they normally play late in the year, a conference game, but they're playing in Ireland, neutral site. First game of the year, 11 a.m. And so down the line, who you got?
I got K-State, baby. Just like what I was saying, man. You got to pick them, bro. You got to pick them.
K-State as well.
K-State.
Dang, you'll both pick K-State? I wanted to say K-State, but I'm going to say Iowa State.
All right. And I think I'm going to have to go K-State. I mean, I feel like K-State is always a little bit more established to start the year. Iowa State's always one of those, like, late in the season, all of a sudden, here they come. They figure out their identity and they rise. Like, from the jump, I don't know. K-State, for sure. All right, next up. Nebraska at Cincinnati. Unranked matchup, but very interesting one. Power 4 matchup. Nebraska at Cincinnati. I'll start it off on this end. I'll say I've been to both these stadiums. I think both have really good home field advantages. But I think Nebraska's home field advantage is a little bit better. And so Nebraska holds a little bit more of an advantage playing at Cincinnati. I've got Nebraska taking it. I think they're going to improve this year. Dylan Raiola's coming back. So we'll see. Pat Mahomes Jr.
Yeah, I was about to say, give me the fake Pat Mahomes.
I think so. I think they win that. Matt Rule year 3. Who knows what that means? But it might mean something. Might not.
It's only year 3? I thought it was there longer than that.
Yeah, bro. Nebraska. Bro, this dude loves Pat Mahomes so much. I'm convinced that he's actually like trying to become him. So I'm just gonna go Nebraska, man.
He started doing it before Pat Mahomes, bro. You know?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Nebraska.
All right. Another Power 4 matchup. We've got Auburn going to Waco and playing Baylor. And so an SEC team versus Baylor. Who knows how Baylor's going to be? It feels like they're in contention for a Big 12 title one year, and they're at the bottom of the conference the next. It's just every other year. So I've got Auburn. I think that's somewhat safe, but I don't know because Auburn's iffy as well.
Nah, give me Baylor. I'm high on Baylor this year. I think they have contention for the top of the Big 12. Jackson Arnold is not figuring it out with Auburn, even though you got receivers like Cam Coleman, you got good running backs, you have the units and good defense, but I don't know. I'm leaning Baylor.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm not high on Baylor, but I think I'm pretty low on Auburn. I just don't. I don't know that one's weird. It's weird, but it's a cool matchup. But I think Baylor. Yeah.
Okay. I gotta go Auburn. I'm gonna go Auburn, bro. I think. I don't know. I mean, Arnold. I'm gonna give him the beginning of the season. He's got stuff to prove. He's got it in him to make it happen. I know he's struggling at camp, but I think this. I mean, Baylor. I just don't know. Like you said, it's an iffy one, but I'm gonna go ahead and say Auburn. So.
All right. So next up, Bill Belichick's first game as a college football head coach. We've got TCU at North Carolina. Kate, I'll start down there with you for this one.
Me? Bill Belichick should have stayed out of there, bro, because I'm picking TCU, man. I think that's what's going to happen. I think people are probably going to tune into this game like, oh, Bill Belichick, but I think TCU going to come in and get this dub right here.
I think 41 new transfers, Gio Lopez, dual threat quarterback. I think you got the greatest coach of all time. I think it's got a lot of cool headlines between. It's like a sneaky good game. I think UNC wins that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go UNC. I don't know anything about TCU this year. I feel like after they lost, they didn't win the Natty. Yeah, they got spanked by Georgia. What am I talking about? I know. I feel like I haven't heard TCU in the headlines at all. So, yeah, give me UNC.
Yeah, I know Josh Hoover's coming back for TCU. He's a pretty solid quarterback, but other than that, I don't remember how much they're returning. I know they lost Jack Beck, who was one of the top receivers in the country, but Bill Belichick, man, I got to go with UNC. I'm too interested to see this, and I think just the experience and everything, he'll have him ready to play. And so right off the bat, UNC. What do you got?
Had something to shout out to TCU. I just want to thank him for giving us the greatest receiver of all time, Chargers, Quentin Johnson, man. With all your drops, dude, I can't thank you enough. It's amazing how many times you can drop a football. It's amazing.
I'm going to speak on that, actually.
Please.
I picked Quentin Johnson off the waiver wire last year in fantasy. I needed him to get 1 point to win, and he couldn't do it. So I lost. And I got last place in that league.
He's so bad.
So yeah,
I can't believe he's still there.
I hope Lad McConkey and Keenan Allen take all your targets.
McConkey.
All right, so another somewhat interesting matchup: Syracuse at number 24, Tennessee. Syracuse was fairly good last year with Kyle McCord and everything, and so they very well could be ranked a couple weeks in the season. So that's definitely interesting. But I mean, at Tennessee, season opener, everything at that stadium and everything, like I don't care who's playing quarterback for Tennessee, whatever. It's an SEC stadium, week 1. Tennessee's winning that.
Yeah, give me Rocky Top.
Give me Rocky Top.
I don't care, bro. The stadium wins that game. It's obvious what's happening.
Pretty easy, and I think this one will be unanimous as well. We had to put this on the slate. We've got Illinois State at number 18, Oklahoma for the season opener for our Sooners. Yeah, I think we can go quickly down the line, and then Cade's kind of the one that's up in the air with a little bit, but, Boomer Sooner.
We know what's going to happen with that.
Yeah, give me John Moneyline Mateer.
Yeah, Boomer.
Sooner.
All right. Easy. Now, for the last never mind, one more. We've got number 8, Alabama at Florida State. Is Florida State improved from last year's disaster? And how is Alabama going to be? But roll Tide. Give me Bama.
Yeah, roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Florida State will be better. They have to be. But they're not going to beat Alabama. No.
Nah, but Roll Tide, I feel like OU, they're a little affected from OU, that OU game, you know what I'm saying? They're going to come in hot. They have to, and it's Bama, so.
And for our last 3 on the slate, we have 3 top 10 matchups in week 1, which is insane. And starting off, we've got number 6 Notre Dame at number 10 Miami. This could go either way. Either of these teams is always a toss-up every year. You don't know how they're going to be. But I'll start with you, Cade.
Okay, man. I mean, y'all probably predict it, bro. I'm going to go against Carson Beck any day, bro. Give me Notre Dame, bro. That dude, I'm predicting 3 picks from Carson Beck, so I'm just going to say it right now. If he's the same man he was last year, 3 picks, Notre Dame taking the dub.
It's a classic Catholics versus convicts again, rematch again. And I think Notre Dame for sure. I like Miami a bit, but I think Notre Dame is just poised to have another really successful year again.
Yeah, give me Notre Dame. I think Carson Beck just threw a pick while we were making these picks. So,
hey man, I'm not high on Carson Beck either. I think we're Carson Beck haters on Dream Juice. So give me Notre Dame. Next up, this is as big as the last matchup I'm going to give, but it's number 9 LSU at number 4 Clemson. This could go either way. Yes, week 1. What quarterback's gonna perform better? What defense? I don't know. LSU has been so iffy in big games the last couple of years under Brian Kelly, but I gotta go LSU. They need a statement win right off the bat to, just get their season rolling. I've got LSU beating Clemson.
I'm gonna go Clemson. Give me one of the Heisman favorites, Cade Klubnik.
I think this is, like I said earlier, I think this has like a playoff rematch implication. I think that they'll see these guys again. I think both of these teams are crazy. I think just because they're
Death
at
Valley matchup.
It's the Death Valley matchup, but it's at
LSU.
At Clemson.
Both of them claim to be Death Valley. They're
right.
both named Death Valley.
It's at Clemson though.
It's at Clemson. Okay.
And I think for that, and on top of that, I think just Dabo's going to have that team ready. I think it's a close game, like so close, but I think Clemson wins that.
I think it's going to be a war. It's going to be a war game. But this is what's going to start the rise for Cade Klubnik's Heisman, bro. He's going to ball. I feel like it's going to be one of those games, bro. He's going to be rushing. He's going to be throwing. It's just going to be that game for him. And it's going to put him right there at the list. Like, okay, Cade's dead. He's the Heisman. He's up there.
And lastly, the highest ranked game of the week, playing at 11 a.m. Number 1, Texas. At number 3, Ohio State. I know. What are we going to do? And what have I said this whole pod? I never pick Texas. I want them to lose every single game. Arch Manning making his first big game start, going on the road inside the horseshoe. Ohio State wins it.
Yeah, I have to agree. I mean, going into the shoe, freshman QB who's proven nothing, but somehow favored to win the Heisman. Don't know how that works. But you got Jeremiah Smith, that receiver. I think he goes for 400 yards on Texas.
400 yards.
Yeah, I'm being crazy, but that's my pick.
I believe it.
Wow, we might get a wash. I think, I think Ohio State. I think it's an insane game, but that environment, that would be the craziest place to go. Week 1, I mean, get out of there. With the reigning national champs, Jeremiah Smith, Caleb, it's just crazy. No, Ohio State. Yeah, Ohio State.
That's crazy because I gotta go to Texas, bro. I'm gonna put a real. It's not even really a hot take. Like, this is gonna be a great game, bro.
Yeah.
I just gotta put my money. I'm gonna put my money on Manning, bro. I think he's probably thinking about this game as we speak right now. You know what I mean? Like, this dude, I think he's gonna go out there and he'll probably get it done. It's my hot take out of the whole pick'em that we just did right now. I just gotta say, I'm just gonna get Texas. And I figured everyone else would say Ohio State, so I was like, dude, I'm gonna pick Texas, man. I'm gonna see. I can see it happening.
All right, and then I'm going to do a quick rapid fire. Got to get Mace picks in, so you can't say we didn't include you, man. So, Mace, pick K-State over Iowa State, Nebraska over Cincinnati, Auburn over Baylor, TCU over North Carolina. He picked Tennessee over Syracuse, OU over Illinois State. He picked Bama over Florida State, picked Notre Dame to beat Miami, picked LSU to beat Clemson, and he picked Ohio State to beat Texas. Yeah. And so that kind of wraps up our slate. So this first week we did have K-State versus Iowa State, which is the week 0 game. And so we had that. So this Pick'ems will kind of cover the next 2 weeks. And so it'll be 2 weeks before we have another Pick'em slate when it'll be week 2 for everybody. But I think we'll be revisiting kind of our predictions, revisiting with you guys for sure on our predictions later in the season. We'll have to come back to our predictions after the season gets rolling and everything and see what's up. We made it an episode without talking about Spider-Man. First time in a while, Kate.
Yeah, that's nuts.
You just talked about him.
I mentioned him. But that will do it for episode 23 of the Dream Juice podcast. Thank you guys for coming back on.
Yeah,
we
thanks for having us.
Not as much of a debate argument as last time.
It was pretty cordial. Yeah, it was.
But we had to make it a little bit more professional, official, like College Game Day. This is YouTube's College Game Day, so tune in for our pick'ems each week throughout the season, and we'll keep you up to date with that. But Kate, you got any closing, or you guys?
Nothing closing, man. I mean, it's good to see you guys back here. I mean, I appreciate having you guys on.
I got something to say.
Give us something.
Oh, I just want to shout out. I'm about to have a beautiful baby boy here in about 2-3 weeks. So shout out my son Colson, Colson Bowe, Allen Brown. Love you, buddy.
Hey. Oh, was you a fan?
He would pick
Sooner born, sooner bred.
Can you make sure he doesn't come back?
Dude, he's a Texas fan. He's
Disowned 100%. I'll take OSU over Texas for sure.
Shout out Galle, shout out Camming B for coming back on the pod again. Some of our favorite guests, our first guests and everything. So Dream Juice, episode 23 is a wrap. We'll see you guys next time.